Hello, Latin 3. It's obviously way too late for me to be doing this, but that's kind of the life that I lead. I just finished grading, I don't know if grading is the right word, but I just finished correcting and adding comments to one of your colleagues' Argonauts. Nobody's required to do that, but I thought that it was really instructive and really helpful, quite honestly, for that person. I certainly hope they think so too. But I think that that will be the best way for us to do this going forward. So when we get to Aeetes, I want you to please turn them in chapter by chapter, just one at a time, so that I'm not spending 2 days going over the whole thing. But chapter by chapter, 80, 81, that kind of thing. And so for when I add in comments telling you, oh no, it would work better this way and stuff like that, that you can actually make those corrections right there in real time if you need to. And you're not spending hours and hours, and I'm not spending hours and hours, because that would really be helpful. So for Ulixes, that's what I mean by turning things in. It will be you submitting it to me via Google Docs. And if you're having trouble figuring out how to do that, I'm not the person to ask, but I know that Sarah and Bella Garcia have already figured out a way to do it. So yeah, there you go. So tonight we are starting with a heavy task. It's chapter 67 of the Argonauts. And as you remember, we just got through the Simplegares. So let's see. After a short time, or a short space in time, the Argonauts reached or came to the river Phasis, which was in the territory of the Colchides. The Colchides are a people, by the way, Colchidians, you might see them as such. When they landed the ship, or pulled the ship onto shore, and they departed onto the land, another way to put that would be they just disembarked, immediately they brought themselves to King Aeetes, and they demanded from him that he hand over to them the golden fleece. He, King Aeetes, when he had heard the reason for which they had come, the Argonauts had come, was moved by great anger, and for a long time denied that he, King Aeetes, would hand over the vellum, the golden fleece, the fleece. However, at last, because he knew that Jason had not taken up this task or this quest without the help of the gods, with his mind changed, he promised that he would indeed hand over the golden fleece if Jason first performed or completed 2 tasks. And when Jason said that he was prepared to undergo all dangers, he, King Aeetes, showed what he, King Aeetes, wished would happen. First, there were 2 bulls of, not tremendous, but horrible or horrifying appearance, who had to be yoked. That's yoked with Y-O-K-E-D. Y-O-L-K-E-D just means you throw eggs at a bull, and that doesn't make any sense. Unless you're making an omelet. Let's see. So they were of horrible appearance, who breathed flame out of their mouth. Then, once these had been yoked, the bulls, a certain field had to be plowed, and the teeth of a dragon had to be sown. S-O-W-N. S-E-W-N means like you weave it in and out of something. This is to sow. You reap what you sow, that kind of thing. Hearing these things, Jason, even though he realized that this task was of the greatest difficulty, however, lest he lose this chance for things to turn out well, he took on the task. So that's basically it. Jason, again, remember, Jason is a mortal. So he can die. Any dangers he undertakes, he doesn't have the magic Hercules-ness. So what you'll find here is that mortals very often get help from non-mortals and from demigods and stuff like that. But he himself is putting himself in danger, which kind of makes him braver than most, because he's actually undertaking all this stuff knowing that he could die from it. Anyway, it's been about 5 minutes. I've explained this to you, and I'm going to hit the button now.